chapter 1110 Falling Stars, and we continue with the cover story, which is Yamato Visiting Temples Journey Volume 2. And she says, I will travel Wano Kuni like Odin did. And in the cover, we can see Yamato and Momonosuke looking over Wano in the Flower Capital Castle. And the chapter starts off with some characters' reactions like Vice Admiral Bluegrass, Bonnie, Frankie, and Atlas when they see the black lightning. And we can see that the giants and pacifistas are continuing to destroy a bunch of marine ships. And in Mary Joie, we swap over and see that the five elders room, it is completely empty, but there is only a huge burning magical circle on the floor in front of the five elder seats. So it's kind of like a portal, not a teleportation, but like I guess that's kind of the same. We have 7 minutes left until Vegapunk's message to the whole world, and we can see Vegapunk sipping a Vega coffee on the live stream. So like it didn't even take him the full 10 minutes to make the coffee. Like, well, okay, why they sandbag on the start the broadcast? And 4 huge shadows emerge from magic circles that appeared around Saturn, and Luffy is in shock. There are 5 monsters now, and in a double page spread, we can see all of the Gorosei lined up in front of Luffy, and all 5 elders are using their beast awakened forms with dark flaming smoke around their neck. We can see their official English names, what beast / yokai each one of them is. They're not devil fruit names, it's only the name of the yokai beast. So Saint J Garcia is actually a Gyuki. Saint Marcus Mars is a Itsumare, which is a massive airy bird. Saint Topman Workery is a Hyuki, a giant boar with 4 tusks. Saint Venus Juro is a Bakotsu, which is a skeleton horse. And Saint Jupiter is a giant sandworm, a massive worm monster. And they came here on straight business. Venus uses his power to see where the pacifistas are and starts running towards them. Venus turns into his hybrid form where he looks like a centaur and the lower part of his body is a skeleton. But his neck and head, the top of his body is still his human form, and he can use his sword with his 2 hands. And Venus is literally speed blitzing around the island, freezing the pacifistas with his sword slashes. He freezes their circuits so that they are immobilized within seconds, and half of the pacifistas on Egghead Island are defeated. Okay, he came here and just made Saturn look like a fraud. And about Luffy handling himself in a 1v5, yo, he just speed blitzed around the whole island in a matter of seconds. Not the whole island, but the majority of the island in a matter of seconds, and took out half of that pacifista army. Like, okay, we gotta reassess with the Gorosei. Mars flies up and attacks the Labo phase, leaping on the barrier, but the barrier still holds. And while Luffy is still fighting against Saturn, Jupiter is a sandworm and he dives into the ground. And we swap over to Usopp, who stopped the Thousand Sunny, creating a bamboo barrier thanks to his technique Green Star Bamboo Jab. And then Sanji calls everyone on the Den Den Mushi, telling them they must escape right now and not to wait for him and Luffy. And that is how you know this situation is actually getting very, very serious. We might have a split up and then we meet back up at Elbap. And it's looking like, okay, everybody else on the crew may leave and the monster trio stays on the island. Nah, because it would be tough if the monster trio just have a squad up moment. And Jinbei arrives to the place where Zoro and Lucci are fighting, and we can see one of Zoro's swords is spinning, flying in the air due to one of Lucci's attacks. And Jinbei tells Sanji, hey, Zoro's still fighting against that guy. Bro, and Sanji like, that shit ain't end yet? Bro, he's a fraud. What a burden. I'm just saying, if Sanji is saying this, I'm just saying, like, Zoro has been taking very long with this fight. And then Zoro hears what Sanji just said about him, and he looks very upset. As Lucci is attacking Zoro with a new attack called Hand Pistol Spot, Zoro dodges the attack, grabs his sword that was spinning in the air. Then he attacks Lucci with a new technique called Santoryu Kokoba Madaragari, 3-sword style Huhuva Hell Stripe Hunt. And Zoro defeats Luffy instantly in one attack in an amazing double page spread, and we see black lightning around Zoro. So I'm just saying, my agenda is like, Zoro wouldn't have done that without Sanji. Sanji basically carried that fight, because if Sanji didn't say what he said, Zoro might have lost that fight, and y'all can't prove it otherwise. Because like, I'm just saying, like, if Sanji ain't say what he said, Zoro is a fraud. I'm just saying. So like, really and truly, I mean, we should put some more respect on Sanji's name. Like, I'm just saying, he the MVP of this. I'm trolling. Okay, thank God Zoro is done with that fight, because he got another fight coming up against Venus Juro. I can feel it. We swap back to Luffy versus the elders, and Jupiter emerges suddenly under Luffy and swallows him. The last person that swallowed Luffy, he violated. But this time, Dory and Bragi finally arrive at the same time. And Dory and Bragi is like, what's happening here? You are not fit to be in this dark place. And then they use an attack, and in a double page spread of the chapter, Dory and Bragi cut Jupiter's head with a new attack called Sun and soft. That way they free Luffy. It's almost like the same scene in Little Garden when Dory saved Luffy by cutting off the dinosaur's head. And Luffy's just like, I'm free, and he is the giant. And Dory and Vagi is just like, hey, long time no see. We couldn't wait to see you, Sun God Nika. Okay, so we came to pick you up ourselves. And that is the end of the chapter. No break next week. Now, okay, I'm gonna just say I was wrong. I thought Luffy could handle himself in the 1v5, and I thought Luffy wouldn't let him escape. But like, I guess he was too fast for Luffy to even react at that point. Like, okay, Luffy, I know Luffy can't beat them in a 1v5, but I thought he could at least handle himself in a 1v5. But like, he didn't even get the chance. Zoro finally stopped prodding, and now he's probably gonna have another fight with Venus Zero. Or the other Gorosei that went to the Labo phase. I already forgot his name. Oh, that might be a fight. Okay, Venus Zero, he handles all the pacifistas and then goes to the Labo phase to make sure this shit get caught up. But then he encounters Zoro. And then the other Gorosei encounters Jinbei, and then you have that. Wait, I forgot about Jinbei. Not the monster trio. It's the monster foursome. Okay, that sounds crazy. But like the 4 strongest pirates on the Straw Hat crew are going to stay on the island, and the rest of the Straw Hats are going to leave if they do leave. Oh, I can't wait to see how this play out. Ooh, this about to be a good finale. But let me know y'all thoughts on the chapter below. To me, this is a 10 out of 10. Not gonna lie, I can't wait to see these panels because I really want to see what Oda cooked up for these designs, because I know they look very ominous and they probably look like really good designs because Oda be cooking with these. And what I'm about to do is I'm about to search up these Gorosei forms and find out some information on it and start to theorize, because that's the fun part about One Piece. You get the new information like this, yo, that's perfect time. Theorize, find out the potential abilities of these people. But that's it, man. Peace, love.